China. Trump has officially lost it. We are living in a timeline where the president of the United States has gone crazy, or he's just bored. We have a rich billionaire who's bored, who's playing around, who's doing insider trading, and we have to live with it. In this reality, we have to live with rich people doing whatever they want, and we can't do anything. I mean, there is a solution, but hey, I'm not gonna say it, but you know what the solution would be. Wink, wink. Anyway, so how do we survive this mess? We're deep into the tariffs already, so I don't want to waste your time. You're probably watching videos after videos. You're scared, you're panicking. So no wasted time. Let's get straight into survival mode. Tip 1, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Have a plan, okay? This is so stupid, but I mean, if you have a plan in your investing strategy, you shouldn't be too worried. You should have expected something like that, not because of Trump, but in general. The market will crash, there will be dips, there will be opportunities to buy, and if you had your strategy already planned out and everything going, you shouldn't be too worried. Of course, it's never nice to see your money go down, but at the end of the day, if you didn't have a real strategy right now, if you were just, oh, I like this company, let me buy this and this and this, then yeah, it's about time to start a strategy. For me personally, I'm gonna give my 2 cents on it. I'm a long-term investor. I have my, let's say, 3 to 5 companies that I believe in the long term. Then I have like a couple companies that I either bet on a bounce back, a turnaround, or it's like for the near future. And then I have a couple companies where I'm literally just trying to profit off in the near future, like a year or two. So that's my idea. And then the companies I have, obviously I have a long watch list, and like I said, not too many companies, because at the end of the day, I don't have $1 billion. I have a couple thousands that I can invest with. Why would I spread it out on 50 companies, give each company like $10? And at the same time, I wouldn't even know the companies. I have my companies that I believe in, like Xiaomi, that I'm gonna ride with, waiting for options to increase my shares. Just like right now it's dipping, which I'm glad, because that means I can increase my shares. At the same time, I have other companies that I believe in where I'm just waiting it out, let the dip happen. And on top of that, this dip also gave me the opportunity to buy into other companies where I was always interested in, had it my watch list, but didn't invest yet because I thought it was too overvalued at the time. So like I said, my strategy long term, at the same time keep buying dips, and the most important thing for everyone listening, have a ETF in the background. I have my ETF, I invest in it monthly, and right now, because the market is dipping, I'll invest the same amount or even more, and once the market is going up again, I'll decrease the amount slightly, because I don't want to be too ETF focused. I believe and trust in my investing abilities, so I have it around 60% single stocks and 40% ETF. But for most people, I think the other way or even higher would be recommended. So if you have most of your money in an ETF right now, you're the smartest in the room. You're smarter than me, you're the best, because no need to risk it, no need to overdo it and spend so much time, It takes a lot of effort, and ETFs are really simple, so that could be a strategy. And in general, I already made a video about how to buy the dip. Click on it in the top right now. But to sum it all up, it's just keep buying the dip. If it falls, buy more. So if you have no money, that means you reach your limit. Obviously should think about how to plan it out. Don't invest all your money into the first dip. Invest some of it in the first dip, then if it dips further, buy another. If it dips further and you have money, then buy more. If you don't have any money, just relax, you're gonna profit anyway. So as long as you buy a couple dips, everything's gonna be fine, don't worry. Let's go to tip 2. You need to learn how to love volatility. What do I mean by that? I mean, if you look at Trump, and the tariffs, that's not the only thing that's gonna happen to you in your investing journey. But at the same time, especially in those 4 years of craziness with Trump, you gotta learn how to love volatility. In general, see volatility as a good thing. I know people get scared if they see their portfolio down and up and down and up, and it's quite uncertain. But at the end of the day, you should always remember that after 10, 20 years, it's gonna be up regardless. So if you buy up those dips, if you lean into the volatility, you can actually make great profits, especially for us broke or new investors. Because if you're rich, first of all, you're not watching me, so you're not rich, stop pretending. But if you were rich, you don't need volatility. You already have a lot of cash, you need stability. But if you don't have a lot of cash and you want to get there, volatility is a great accelerator for you, for us, for both of us, you know? So you need to learn how to love it. And in general, this is probably the most important tip. Maybe I need to make a whole video about it. The only thing you need in investing is stable mental health, man. And I know investors don't have that. You need to understand your mentality is literally key in your investing journey. If you look at the data, if you look at facts, it's quite simple to invest. Technically, you could just invest in an ETF in the S&P 500 or whatever and relax. But our ego, our mentality and everything comes in the way of things. We see other people making more money, we want that as well. So once you chase that, you gotta stay focused. Obviously, I'm also chasing that a little bit, but I try to stay humble. I try to just outperform the S&P 500 by a bit. Don't overdo it, don't get too risky. Have my stable companies, lean into the volatility, buy up the dips. Don't lose track, don't panic sell, nothing like that. Anyway, tip 3 is essential also in general. You need to stay informed, but don't get overwhelmed, okay? You read so much negativity, of course you're gonna get scared. Stop it. Stop listening to these YouTubers or whatever. You read articles. Okay, who are we kidding? You're not reading anything. You're scrolling through TikTok, through Instagram Reels, or watching YouTube videos of those clickbait titles. Everything's going down and whatever, and you're getting scared. The panic is setting in. You gotta always remember, these people, they live off your fear. They make money off clicks. They clickbait you into watching it, and of course, negativity sells. So don't give in to those people. Don't waste your time with them. Stay informed. Look at the facts. Look at neutral, objective facts as much as it's possible. Obviously, everything will have some subjective mind to it. Even data can be falsified. So you gotta keep yourself a bit in the middle. Like everything, live by the gold mean. Don't go to any extreme. Don't think everything's going down, but at the same time, don't think, oh, this is the best opportunity ever. Buy. No. Buy with the money you have. Don't take out no loans, don't sell stuff. Buy with the money, the cash you have on the side, and relax. Don't get scared, don't get overhyped. Just see this as an opportunity, which it is, and take profit of it. Last but not least, tip 4. It's literally probably what investing is about, but people don't realize it's risk management. What does risk management mean? Of course, you need to manage your risks. That can be in so many different aspects. I hear a lot of people talking about diversification, and stop it, okay? People think diversification is an ETF with 5 billion companies. I mean, yeah, an ETF is great and I'll run it in the background, but at the end of the day, if I have 5 to 10 companies that I know, that I heavily inform myself, I think that's less risky than having 100 or 500 companies that I know nothing about. You know, the 100 to 500 companies, yeah, it will grow, but it will grow slightly. While if I choose the right companies, which takes of course a bit of skill and effort and brain power, not that much, but a little, then I can literally outperform it by a huge amount. In the short term. In the long term, of course, you're gonna make mistakes, and that's what it's about. You gotta reduce those mistakes. Don't gamble on no penny stocks. If you want to, just have like 1 or 2. Don't put your portfolio, your money. You need to remember, it's your money. You literally worked for it. Whatever you worked, if you worked in retail, in a fast food, or whatever, remember those times where you hated working. This is the money you got from it. And you're gonna gamble that all away? No, you're not. Invest it properly. Mag 7 is always the easiest thing. Just like Nvidia, when it dips like just right now, it's a great opportunity to increase your shares or buy into it and just keep doing it. You always gotta remember this tariff scare and fear, this dip, yeah, it's a big one, but it happens a couple times every couple of years. So also other dips, like a 10% dip, happens like every year. So those opportunities will keep coming. Just use them, increase your shares, load up on cash. What my perspective is, I'll give my 2 cents again and I'll sum everything up again. Like I said, have a plan, learn to love volatility, stay informed and manage your risk. And for me, what I'm doing right now is just buying as much as I can. I am not 100% but like 90% in stocks right now, and I'll keep as long as my paycheck comes at the end of the month. I'll keep buying, and I'll do that as long as it's going down or even just staying around the current numbers, because it's a great opportunity. If it drops, like I said, or stays around this time, I'll keep buying. If it doesn't, if it actually goes back up, then I'll stop buying for now. I'll increase my cash amount, so I won't be invested 100% anymore. Instead, I'll try to increase my cash amount like about 30%, because I'm expecting another dip towards the end of the year. And if that happens, then I'll have the cash to buy more dips in the second half of the year. If it doesn't dip, I'll have my ETF running the whole time and I'll just increase my shares for future opportunities. It's that simple. You don't need to overthink it. And with that being said, I'll just go and finish up the video with my yapping session. How do I start my yapping session? If you notice the audio changing throughout the video, it's because I literally recorded this video fully. Maybe that's why it's gotten worse towards the end. I recorded it and it got deleted because I didn't have enough storage. Like more than 60% of the audio gone, wiped out, which I hate, man. And yeah, I try to keep a good energy. Maybe it's even better, who knows. But yeah, what I remember from my yapping session that I recorded yesterday, yeah, I was so frustrated. I couldn't record it yesterday again, so I had to sleep one day and I'm recording it now. What I was talking about is, first of all, I was in Singapore for more than a week, and yes, Singapore is quite advanced. I come from Germany, I live in Germany, so Germany is so backwards, especially if we're talking about digitalization. In Germany, we make the joke that sometimes you literally have kebab shops or whatever. Yeah, it's for tax evasion or whatever, but they're saying cash only. That could never happen in Singapore. Everything is Apple Pay, so I don't even know if I've seen anyone pay by cash there. And yeah, it's a good developed country, but like every Southeast Asian country, as a tourist it might seem nice, but for the people working there, it's a high working environment, horrible work-life balance, which I never wanted anyway. So like I said, as you might know, you and me, we're both trying to retire early. We're not into that horrible work-life balance. So maybe for right now, working a lot, making money, and then retiring early. I'm a family man. I want to spend as much time as my wife and future kids as possible. Anyway, other than that, I was talking about Formula 1. I was saying Piastri should win. I hope Kimi Antonelli and Leclerc get a podium, which is unlikely. And yeah, other than that, I also talked about guitar, because I started playing guitar half a year ago, and I was also thinking, like, a lot of people say they're self-taught, but are you? Does it count as self-taught if you're just watching YouTube videos? I mean, are you not taught by the YouTube guy or whatever? Which I should start doing, because I'm trash, you know. I play every day for about 5 minutes, so not a lot of effort put into it, and I don't want to be that great, but at the same time, maybe I should start watching YouTube videos and not just play random chords. At the same time, I'm still proud of my guitar playing. because before that I was at zero. You always gotta remember, I was not able to play anything, and now I can play a little, so gotta be proud of yourself. At the same time, I'm a musician. Check out my music, DT0. I'm retired, I don't make any more music, but at the same time, every now and then I look back at my music and I'm like, damn, my music was quite good. But yeah, other than that, I forgot what I talked about. I guess I'll just end it with I love my wife. Bye bye, peace and love.